Welcome back to another session of Python. Today we are going to focus on data visualization. Data visualization means by means of pictorial representation like graph, pie chart, etc. The data can be represented. In turn, what we are doing is we are giving a output. Again, it is nothing but an output in the form of an information. If the data is interpreted and it is presented as a information, it can be in a textual form. It can be in a textual. Only text means human brain is a little bit strained. It takes strain to interpret the meaning, understanding, comprehension, and all. If you give the same thing as we discussed in our previous class, it will be more easier for us to comprehend. In a glance, we can comprehend the idea, what the data is presenting. It becomes easy for the users to understand it. We discussed. Representing the data in the form of pictures or graph is called data visualization. It represents patterns, trends, correlations, etc. For example, how my business has improved. If you want to project the trend, instead of saying that in 2002 this much income, after that little bit down, after that up, after that keep on up, something, put it on a graph. You represent this was my business improvement. So it is more appealing for us to understand and comprehend. Uh, in data and thereby helps decision makers to understand the meaning of data for making decision in business. That is the important thing. Already I told you why you can make better decision, make better choices if you have appropriate information, key information. Now, coming to Python, that is a general understanding you have to know about data visualization. We understand that why we need. The first paragraph is all about what is data visualization, why we need, why we understand the reason. Matplotlib is a Python library which provides many interfaces and functions to represent data in 2D graphs. Matplotlib is a high quality plotting library of Python. High quality plotting library for Python. And don't forget, 2D graphics means three-dimensional graphics is also possible. That is not the thing that we are going to see here. In particular, Matplotlib library offers many different collection of submodules. As I said, we are much focused about PyPlot is one of such module. PyPlot is the thing that we are going to focus. Every library, when you take, library is divided into multiple modules. Each module is focusing a particular aspect. Sometimes why we are not, as a teacher, everything we don't want to cover, because you cannot make sense. Just it is waste of time. My time and your time will be waste of time. If I give the basic and key idea about everything, your requirement will force you to understand and learn. That is the thing what is happening in real life. Whenever I'm giving you the key ideas, fundamental ideas, keeping that one with you, you will start searching that this is my nature of problem. How can I solve? This PyPlot is not sufficient for me because my data has to be represented like this, like this, like this. Something you have imagination. You will start searching which library is supporting. So your requirement will force you to locate the particular piece of software or particular idea available in Python, and you can start writing program. That is simple thing. It is happening to everyone. That's why as a teacher we don't cover each and every aspect. We don't cover. We will tell you the key points. The framework we will provide you in teaching. PyPlot is a collection of methods within Matplot library which allows users to construct 2D plots easily. So what is PyPlot? Collection of methods. You can create an object. Object will be comprising lot of methods. Methods will be helping us to PyPlot. I'm going to demonstrate you how it is easy to, in few lines you can present graphs for a multiple complicated data also. Okay, installing and improving Matplotlib with Anaconda. If we have installed Python using Anaconda, then Matplotlib already installed on your computer. It is already available. If you want, you can check it. For example, if you go to environment and matplot, it is saying Matplotlib Matplot inline MATLAB for Jupyter is available. Now I am asking not installed. Matplotlib. Matplotlib is there. Matplot is not installed. Base and all these things. For Jupyter, that is another kind of IDE. We are using Spider. We are not using Jupyter. That one it is. Now what I'm going to do, I will be installing that one from PowerShell. To start and install something from PowerShell, I should be a admin user. So I will start in my system. The problem is I have to run that Anaconda as admin user. So I'm starting as admin user. Uh, Now we can you see you understand what why we yesterday day before yesterday that we were Friday when we were discussing about update. I discussed about update of knowledge for 15 minutes. See, the slide is outdated now. Slide is outdated, and when they prepared this slide, Anaconda was installing Matplotlib as part of its standard installation. But now in the latest edition, it is not installing by its own. We have to install by our own. So this is the thing, even a small configuration information, this one also we should be aware of. What I'm saying, it is not a difficult thing. Everything, Python is a open source. Thousands and millions of volunteers are there. Just you have to Google it out. Most of the time how I'm not going to any institute. I'm not buying lot of, because all the Python books are very expensive, all are published. It is not in rupees, it is in US dollars. So what I'm doing, I'm helping someone and I'm getting help from someone. Go to Google, search it out. If you know something, share the answer, or otherwise get the answer from somebody else. It is possible. With standard is first we need to download wheel package of Matplotlib per Python's version installed and platform. What it is with standard installation, Python m pip install u pip. Next we need to install it by going following Python m pip install matplotlib. To use my pyplot for data visualization, we have to first import it in our Python environment. Import matplotlib dot pyplot. But this method will require to type every time as like this. So you know the method, import matplot as plt plot, plt as plot. Now we can qualify command as plt command. Plt is just identified as the pyplot pack module part of the matplotlib. Please don't forget, when we are discussing about library is the major component. It is further divided into modules, submodules. Each module can be having some purposes. All together, if it is related, they will call it as a single library. Okay. Now I will go to Anaconda. I will start the PowerShell. In the PowerShell window, I will try to install, because already it is running in a, what it is called as administrative mode. Now I will say pip install matplotlib. Sometimes it takes time, because anyway the pip command is actually collecting the data from internet. It is not available, so it is installing. First it was 7.2 MB, one Matplotlib. After that, font tools. After that, it is installing QE solver, cycler. Some we didn't ask because all that are dependent softwares. To run the Matplotlib, it depends on some other collection. Now the installation going on. Now also I will start Spider, and now it is successfully installed. You see, successfully installed Contour Pi, Cycler, Fontool, Kiwistar, Matplotlib. Everything is installed. Dependency it is listing out. Where is the spider? Yeah. Now I'm starting a new window. Now I have to check whether it is available. Mat plot live dot py plot as plt. Now it is running. It is not saying that module is not found. Right? Yeah. Now let me project because I have to show slide anyone can refer. Now I will project the window for typing the code. Now you see the first example here available is data. There are various types of charts we can use visualization and data elements like line chart, the first one, bar chart, the second one, pie chart, the third one. These are all some charts. Now we will focus on line chart or line graph. What we are doing, matplot, pyplot is imported. To list is created, x and y, plot x comma y, plot show. What is the method you are calling? Plot. After that, what are you supplying? The x-axis detail and the y-axis detail you are supplying. X-axis is 1, 2, 3. Y-axis is 2, 3.5, 5. Now after that, what you are doing? PLT show. PLT show. Now what I am going to do in the, I want to type that one. Now X is something, the list I want to create 1, 4, 6, some 8. After that Y I am creating, this is going to be 3, 5, 9, some 10. Okay. After that to plot, what is the method? The method name is plot. What are the values? X and the value. Now plot will not be visible. You have to say show method. When you run this, it is warning, but you have to go for the top window is there, plot area, plot. The output is here. You have to go for plots. Usually it is text outputs it is coming. In the plots pan by default. To make them also appear inline in the console, uncheck mute inline plotting under the plot span option menu. Mute inline plotting. See here, it seems mute inline plotting. Is it possible? Now if you make like that, immediately it will display in the text area. Why we are avoiding this one? This is for text purpose and that is for graphical purpose. This is a graphical component. So it is as simple as representing a graph. Now I don't need to tell you, if the data of x and y is not this much small, it is a big list of data that you want to represent, and it is not coming from something like typing. It is coming from CSV file, coming from MySQL, coming from data frame, or what it is called as NumPy arrays, something it is coming. You know the sources. Here the XY sources can be anything. So far you have learned whatever you learned, you can draw the data from there. But the plotting is this much, only two line of code. Plot, show the plot. Plot and show the plot. Now moving on. Uh, Gautami, if you want, you can keep that PDF presentation also in your screen, so that you can see that one as well as this spider window. Is it possible for you? You are sitting in the system, right? Okay, okay. Now the next one you see, little bit enhancement. What is the enhancement? Label setting for X and Y axis and also the title for the chart. So far it is blank. Plot is not usually created like this. What is this X value? What is the Y value? You will be telling X is about this one, Y is about this one. Overall this chart is belonging to this some title. All these things you can do by means of PLT, X label, Y label, title, again the same thing. So what are the methods that you are calling? Three methods: X label, Y label, title. Now whatever you are showing, just you have to type those things. PLT, X label, something. This is X axis. Just I'm for randomly I'm talking about. It is a string value. After that, PLT Y label. This is Y axis. After that, the overall picture has to be given with a name that will be title. This is a demo line graph. Now I typed all this information. This is the thing, the data part. This is data part. This is some labeling decoration part. This is actually plotting and displaying the thing in the screen. Now running the program, it should show this is a demo line graph. X-axis places X some label. Y-axis is having vertical like this. It is displaying. Okay. Moving on. And X label, Y label. What is this? This is the program we were typing, right? Matplotlib as X by Y also title for chart. Setting label for X-axis and also title for chart. Y label, title, plot. Yes, this is what you can understand, right? Changing line color and line width style. Before going to that one, make it useful because we are X-axis is talking about how many runs cricket. For example, the example that they have given, after 5 overs, after 10 overs, after 15 overs, and then 20 overs in a 2020 match. Now, what is the possible? For example, average they are scoring like five score. It was 25. After 10 overs, it is going to be some 30. 30. Okay, fine. Something imagination. 75. Now, yeah, one some 150 data. Now this is now this is x-axis is runs, overs, and runs scored. Now it is not something demo. We are saying that overs with runs. Now I'm running. It is giving you. It was now it is almost 150 means it will the line graph will be showing like this. Now it doesn't mean that you have to go with only one graph. Now you can make it little bit different also. Overs runs title plot x comma y or line width equal to 4, line style equal to dashed. That is, line width and line styles are something referred as what type of argument? Named arguments. Named arguments. Now, if you see, it is happening like this. It is happening like this. Now, x comma y, line width 4, line style dashed, runs scored. Okay, I'll change that one. The same program I will change. X comma y, line width equal to line width equal to 4 because it is a numeric value, and line style equal to dashed. If you want more values for this one, you can refer the manual. What are the possible different values that is possible with the width? You don't need to refer. How much you increase, that much it will be thick. Increase, it will decrease. Line style, you can go for dash, dotted line, or some star line, something you can make it. Now I want to run the program. What is wrong here? Okay, comma is missing. Got it now? There is no difference between this image and this image. Only thing is the thickness has increased. Instead of a straight line or a continuous line, it is a dotted line. Okay. Now I'm moving on, changing marker type and size and color. You want that particular x and y axis marker. You know x and y axis. Mark this point, this point, this point. You are not marking. You need that detail also. What you can do? Marker equal to some symbol you can give. Marker edge color, marker size. If you specify these things also, marker, marker size, marker edge color, marker edge color. Okay, now I will take this one along with that one also. This line is giving you like this one graph. Okay, now I told you show. Now I'm removing the line width. You understood the line width, right? Now what I can do, marker equal to, instead of giving plus symbol, let me give asterisk. Wherever it is coming, one asterisk has to come. After that, marker width, right? Marker, what is the property name? Marker size, not width. Marker size equal to maybe 5. The next parameter, I'm moving marker edge color, some color name, for example red. It will be like this. It will be like this. For example, if you take this one, put it one big capital X. uh, this one, marker size, if you increase, it will not give you, big size will come like this. Yes, yeah. Actually, image, we have to make like this, and as much as possible it is displaying like this. We have to control the image, the overall size also. It is also possible. As of now, we can go with this one. Got it now? Okay. Now, further moving on. For example, you want to draw the bar graph. Same thing. Same thing. What is over orange runs scored. Sorry, over range runs scored. Now you are not going to display only numbers. In line chart, it is x-axis and y-axis. In bar diagram, what will happen? From 1 to 10, what will be the run? From 11 to 20 run, what will be the score? This is the way you will be displaying this one. Now this is over range run scored. Bar over range comma run scored, X label, Y label, title, show. Got it now? Now you are not here. You are not using a plot. You are not using plot. You are using what type of bar? Because the name of the method to draw a bar diagram is bar graph is bar. Okay. Now let me take like this two list values and I'll come up. Just this program I will copy paste for you. This is the last product that we were discussing. You can have several others. Internet is so slow. Okay. Again the PL pie plot. Now they are not calling it as PLT. They are calling it as PL. You can always you stick with one. PD means pandas. PLT means plot. You can go with PLT always. X label, Y label, title, it's not different. Three properties are not different. Only two thing is there. The one thing is there. Only one difference is bar. Sorry. Only one thing is bar. That method to draw a bar diagram is bar. Now also I copied. Where is that content? It didn't come today. This one and this one. Okay, you again Gautami forwarded. Okay, I'm confused. Gautami has forwarded what we discussed because yeah, yeah, yeah. Now eh, I'm going to use XY itself. First will be 1 to 10 overs. After that, 11 to 11 to 15. Yeah, 11 to 15 overs. 11 to 15 overs. Not 15, 16 now. 16 to 20 overs. How many items are there? One, two, three items are there. So up to 10, it was 50 run. Up to 15, it was a 75 run, for example. After that, it was 150 run. Now, instead of all this thing, PLT bar, PLT bar, X comma Y. Do I need to say plot? Say plot? I'm not going to use. That's what we are using for what? Bar. Show. That's it. This is as simple as like this. Just it is setting the program and you are getting the output. Now moving on. And for example, the same bar diagram you want a little bit modify. Over range run score width equal to 0.3, color equal to, you want to modify the color. The width is too much. You want to modify. The width is 0.3. Now you change the same one, comma, width equal to 0.3, color equal to something green. Now width is somewhat like it has been reduced. Now if I make one, what will happen? It will be very thin, very clearly it will be visible instead of going with the thick one. Okay. Now you see some further information. Width can, you don't want width to be fixed for a particular common. For first item, this much width. For second item, this much. Third, this much. Something you want to modify. How can you achieve that? Default width is 0.5. Default width is 0.5. We have started from 0.1. So, two items has been given. Width is not a single value. It is in a list of values. It is also possible. Now let me check. Now what I'm going to do? Color width is going to be a list of values. List of values. Now the second will be 0.2 and a third will be 0.4. 0.4. Now I want to run. Yeah, yeah, 0.2. It should be a what it is called a 0.12. It should not be a integer value. It is 0.123 up to 0.9. You can specify. Now what you have done is a particular, if you want to emphasize something particularly, you can make it thick. You can make it as thick. Now now apart from this, no idea is new idea here. They are also using NumPy. Are you observing? Actually, it is not used here. If you need, NumPy array also can be created. Now you see, uh, different colors can you use? Yes, possible. Just put it one list, and each code is the first color code is used: R, G, B, C, M, red, green, blue, cyan, magenta. These are all the colors they have. Similarly, we can little bit modify the color code also. I don't want to give. I would give the full name of the color. I want to go with green. The next color should be red. uh, Third color should be maroon, something like that I want to give. Now everything is modified. Now what you will do, instead of saying that in particular in range number 20 16 to 20, because in graph we have to avoid the text information, right? Text information altogether we have to avoid. Even a child can understand graph. A child can understand. How you can explain? Instead of saying in run 16 to 20 we scored 150, no. See that what is maroon color or magenta, what is that color? Pink color. It seems to be pink or maroon. Yes, maroon. In maroon bar we scored 150. Something you can say like, technicalities can be avoided. That's the purpose of graph. Now again, now in case if I want horizontal bar like this, bar h, same thing. What is it? You are displaying like this. Instead of that vertical bar, you are going with the horizontal, which is slanting, which is sleeping. The bars are sleeping horizontal. Same thing. Is there anything you find different? Anything different? Just you see the program, I'm changing the program. Just I'm going to change bar h. Yes, you are right. Bar h. What happened? Okay, data has to be modified. See, data has to be modified. See, temperature cities, x data has to go to y data has to come to x, because y side is labels, x side is going to be data. Now x has to become y has to become x. Are you understanding? Is it making sense? See, cities are Kanpur, Lucknow, Pragyaraj, Varan, everything is cities, textual information. It is becoming Y. Before it was X. Before it was X. Now how can you make it? Just to put it X, not XY. Y is label. Y is data. X is label. Bar has got multiple values for argument width. Okay. A bar hedge it is not supporting. 0.4. Got multiple values for argument width. Where I am giving multiple values, uh, they are altogether they are avoiding that one, because bar h is not supporting the flexibility of bar. First let me try this. First I will get it. Got it now? Now also xy. I have to go with x comma y. Now it is getting properly, it has modified, because the x value has gone to y axis, and y values has come to x axis. Are you able to understand? Yeah. And now I have to try width I have to reduce, equal to is equal to 0.5, 0.3. What will happen? 0.5, that's why. But for example, if I am giving 1, what will happen? It is not, but you see, it is not accepting. Let me Google it out. Whenever we have a problem, what is Pi plot bar h method width and height. The matplotlib itself is having a separate what it is called as 0.01 height by the bar. Hmm? Yeah, only record matplotlib probably adjusting the plot to make it then. Why adjusting your volume should help you. I cannot execute your code because I don't have the data. But the following list, I mean, for example, bar h data width equal to 0 by c. It is width it is 0.01. Width is 20. Both width and height is we have to specify, right? Now I am changing width height equal to 1. Okay. Now I'm running. It is gone. Why it is saying multiple values? Why it is saying that's what I didn't supply. Something is supplied. Am I setting somewhere else also? XY title bar h show XY width 0.0 height is there. Now what is something we are doing mistake here? That's what we are not getting. By default width, height means height one means it is making like this. Let me put it 0.01. You understood what is the problem? In vertical bar, width refers to height here. Width refers to height here. Now, if I increase this one to 2, what will happen? Yeah. So that is what happening. XY is adjusted automatically, cleverly understood. X has become Y has become X. But width is not becoming height. Width is not becoming height because it is taking like this. It is height. It is taking like that. We got it right. Yeah. Now moving on. This is where I'm telling you every time we will not be remembering all the multiple bar graph. This is also one type of graph, right? Comparing two values something. Yeah, yeah. Decide the number of x points. We can use arrange or line space function to find the number of points based on the length of values in sequence. Decide the thickness of each bar and accordingly adjust x point on x-axis. Give different color to different data ranges. The width remains the same for all ranges being plotted. Call plot for each data range. See, legend means this one. Red color refers to what? This one. You have to call the legend function automatically. Just you have to call the legend function. This is legend label. Australia color is red. Bar x comma a width is 3 color is red. Label is Australia and bar x plus 3 b width equal to 3 color g color label India. For example, what was the score in a match after the end of the match? After five runs, what was the score of India? What was the score of Australia after the end of the match? You can compare, right? That type you need this type of graph. Who is up and down? You can understand. Now you can see A is some value, B is some value. Now what they have done is they are calling NP, NumPy line space. You remember line space? Yeah, the 1 comma 51 comma 5, that is stored in X, X comma A, X comma A, then X comma X plus 3 comma B. The line space that is created by the line space method is increased by 3, and the values is from B, and width has been given, label has been given. X label, Y label, title, legend, self-explanatory. Only what you have to understand is bar part. This is same function but with a different values. Now X is not a normal list, it is a NP array. X is a NP array. You got it? You remember what is happening with the line space? NumPy? NumPy line space function you remember? Okay, fine. Now, because this is altogether a new program, let me go for a new program. The necessary component of this one is I can take it this one. This all these things I will take. Okay, all these things I need. Yeah, I didn't copy paste that one. Here I don't need this type of labels. I need not this one. I know in some point the run was 10, after that 23, after that 45, after that 67, some points 67, after that 98, after that it was 220. And after that another team, this is for example first is India, another one is Australia. If you take they were in 12, and after that they were in 21, and they were in 43, 67 means they were in 57, 98 means they were in 95, after that 190, something we can compare this value. What we are label, title and all, we don't change. One bar h, no bar h. First bar, what you have to do? Import numpy np, np object you are creating, x object you are not creating, n array, n array np dot line space, for example 1 comma 10 comma 5, something I created. So for the bar, first bar, what are n array comma x values. We will come to this adjustments later. First we will plot that to one. PLT bar n array plus some 3. After that y has to be plotted alongside together. Uh, 3 we are giving 3 points width after that. Otherwise it will overlap on the top of each other. If you don't specify that point, it will overlap. Hmm? Yeah, yeah. And also numpy. Hmm? Linspace, right? No, what is the name of the method? Linspace, yes.